Welcome to Rahamim Ecology Centre, where today we're introducing a new tradition for Lent, which is Meat and Fish Free Day. Traditionally, as you know, this is a time of prayer and fasting. So we've got Carnivale, which is the tradition of saying goodbye to meat, and lots of prayer and reflection. But the saying goodbye to meat, we've realised that we need to expand that to include fish as well, knowing what we know now about the cruelty involved in fish and our consciousness raising about fish and the way fish are farmed. So this video is to introduce and encourage everyone to take up this tradition of Meat and Fish Free Day.
This is our Aquaponics Centre at Rahamim Ecology Centre. We're not using this anymore as an aquaponics centre. This was built a few years ago, and it was built as a way to be able to access locally produced fish. And the aquaponics part of it was going to be a process where we would have the fish in the tanks and the water would be recycled from the tanks into the leafy green vegetable and herb beds, where the vegetable and herb beds the plants would use the waste from the fish, and then the water would be recycled back up into the tanks for the fish to be in clean water again. But as we went through the process of actually keeping the fish and growing them out, we realized that there were some flaws in the theory of aquaponics. The first one being is that fish, the species of fish that we were using were migratory fish, and we were keeping 100 fish in a small tank in a very unnatural setting. The second problem being is that even though we were using this system of hydroponics, the water still required chemicals and additives into it to maintain the process, and also that it took a lot of energy to keep the system working. So pumps have to be flowing, the water had to be aerated continually to keep the fish alive. So there were flaws in the process, and also that we were keeping fish essentially like battery hens. So we were keeping them in a system that was unnatural for them, and knowing that fish are sentient beings the same as other animals, we couldn't continue running the aquaponics centre.
So now that we've heard a bit about our story and our experience with the aquaponics system here at Rahamim, hopefully you can get a sense of why we're really keen to support the Mercy Institute Fish and Meat Free Day during Lent. I encourage everyone to get on board with it.
There's a link on the Rahamim website with lots of resources, and there's also a group that you can just sign up to with your email, and we'll stay in contact with hints and tips and recipes to help you and make you feel really inspired.